All right. Hey, Stat members. So since September has come to an end and our monthly swings have come to an end since the month has expired, I decided I would make this review public just so people can see kind of what we do and how we do it. So to the general public, to Twitter, to YouTubers, this might all look like hindsight, but when you learn the strat, hindsight is how you study. So this, when this was posted, it was very much foresight. So I just want to cover it, go over the swings. So on 9/4, I made a video for the members talking about potential monthly setups for September 2023. And there was my ticker list. I put a little slash through the ones that did not trigger on the monthly time frame and removed Oracle because I didn't notice at the time, but it had earnings. So the tickers that are here are also posted right here. So we're going to kind of go through them, and I'm going to show you guys how they played out, how we used weekly actionable signals to identify if the monthly setups were being confirmed or negated. And that is very important in the strat, because some might say, oh, it failed, but no, it didn't. You just weren't paying attention. So let's get into it. So the very first one was BA. We had a 2 up month. So we were looking for the 2 down month because we hit exhaustion to the upside back here. Okay, and then we had a 2 up month. We were also back below the 2 up year. So what we look to do is we look to take weekly actionable signals to trigger the monthly actionable signals. So you'll notice every pink line on my chart is a monthly trigger, and then the orange lines are weekly triggers that can either get us in early or confirm the monthly setup. So with BA, we took the weekly trigger to trigger the monthly trigger. And then if you notice over here on the left, we had a pivot machine gun and also outside quarter magnitude. So we actually took all those out. So that was a winner. Let's make them pink if they're winners. I think pretty much all of them are, but all didn't hit like full targets. But that's okay, because also throughout the week, when we hit like target 1 on the month, I send out an alert and I'll say, hey, we hit an important pivot low target on the weekly. If you want to take a partial off, this would be a good place. You can continue to hold the rest. And I just kind of update them as things are going, or let them know, hey, it's still good. Like, we have no reversal against you. BAC was another one. I was looking for the inside month and down, so below 28.18. And we hit monthly target 1, not 2. And this one was a little tricky. You had to do a little bit of battle, because we tried to take this inside week and down to trigger the month the first time. And this is why we never want to be the first ones in on a monthly trigger. We want a smaller time frame actionable signal to trigger us in, ideally, because we know that monthly triggers are our inside week and down targets. So we have to be agile here. You could even lock in a little bit of profit and then move the rest to break even, because this is a profit-taking area, a potential profit-taking area. So they could take profits there. The rest they would have had to stop out when we got this 2 up week. But then we tried it again, because we still have the potential for the 2 up week, 2 up, 2 down week to trigger the inside month and down. And then that's the one that worked, that got us to hit our monthly target 1. So I alerted, hey, we hit monthly target 1. And then when we run out of month you kind of got to close up shop, or you pretty well should. Carvana. So Carvana was also one we had to sort of do battle on. So the monthly trigger was 53.51. So originally we got in on the inside week and up to try and hit the monthly target there. Let me move this. We came real close. We didn't quite hit it though. And then we got a daily reversal. So I said, we're going to have to cut it. So we originally cut it for a small loss if they didn't take any. And I don't know what people are actually doing. I'm just, I'm not with them trading. So, but I did say, if we get this inside day and down, we're going to have to cut it because we're back below the weekly trigger and we're no longer in force on the month. And something that I do to help people kind of remember if the monthly is in force or not is we draw our take action window or our actionable window. And all that is from your trigger to your target. So if we're in this gray box that we should be making moves on smaller time frames. But then we got a weekly reversal and I said, all right, we are back below the monthly trigger. Now we're going to play the other way because the chart is obviously showing us that the upside is failing. So we're going to go and try and play it to the downside instead for a potential outside month target. We did not hit outside month target, but we did hit weekly target 1. So I'm going to call that a winner because the winner was bigger than the loser at first. FedEx was inside month and down, which looking at it now, you'd be like, that's crazy. But the inside month and down worked. And we took this weekly 2 up, 2 down to trigger the month. And then we hit it. And then I alerted, hey, this trade is done, gone. And I alerted it right when we were at the lows. And then there was earnings like 2 days later. But this trade was done and locked in. So from here to there. So an $11 move in like 3 weeks, I guess. So that one was good. KRE was the most annoying one. Similar situation to, was it BAC? Yeah, BAC, where we had to do weekly battle. Because we want to be short, or trying to be short, below 42.81. So we originally took the same exact setup as BAC, inside week and down, to target and trigger the inside month and down. But again, we exhausted at the weekly target. So again, you want to kind of take a little bit of partial there and then move the rest to break even. So then break even stop. This week, we didn't set anything up, but the following week, we got our inside week and down to re-trigger the month. And then we hit weekly target 1. So that's where you want to take partials and figure out if you need to hold, figure out if you need to move your stop to break even, or if you want to trail it down, however you want to do that. But we know that we're at weekly targets. We have to be really careful with the dailies. So I would also call this a nice winner. Microsoft was an awesome one, as well as Netflix was awesome. So like I say, we don't want to be the first ones in on a monthly trigger if we don't have a weekly actionable signal to get in on. And I believe we actually went long. So first, we went long on the inside week and up to try and trigger the month, which that hit. So you could take partials there and attempt to hold for the rest of the month. But once we got this week opened and fell back in and went red, then we flipped short, because the thing that we know about failed 2s, they go 3. So then the following week, I'm like, we're shorting this. We're going to short it here and we're going to ride it down to there. As you can see, that was perfect. And we went outside month. So we failed the highs at the beginning of the month. Then we're going to go take out the lows. So that was a big successful one. MU just pretty lackluster. And we didn't have a weekly actionable signal to get us in to the monthly trigger. So we didn't even take this long, but we got a weekly reversal. So then I was like, all right, so we didn't get it in long. So now we can flip and go short. And the thing about the strat is you just have to trade what you're seeing, because if you get a weekly reversal after the monthly triggers, then you're trading in the direction of full time frame continuity, but to the downside, because now the month is red, the week is red, the day is hopefully red. And MU ended up hitting weekly target 1, which was not very interesting. And in looking at this, the reason why is because we have been compound inside bar. I don't know why it doesn't look like it's up at the highs, but we've been stuck inside this green candle for 2 months. So the downside wasn't even a great idea, but it worked. Netflix was the best one, in my opinion, because again, originally it was a two down, 2 up month. Now remember, the month didn't look like this at first. When we first opened, we were green and above last month's highs, okay? But we did not have a weekly actionable signal to get us in. So we did not take the original long. Instead, I'm like, all right, we're failing the month and we're getting a weekly reversal to the downside. We're going to short this targeting outside month, just like Microsoft. But Netflix happened first, which then gave us the confidence to do the same thing with Microsoft. And then Netflix even gave us a daily 2 up, 2 down to trigger the weekly 2 up, 2 down, and then just fell apart. And I know the CEO was talking this day. And still, you could have just walked your stop down this entire time until you got a 2-2 reversal on the day. So this was actually like a $64 move in 3 weeks. So that was a win. Roku. Okay, we wanted it to the downside because why? Because this level, 97.93, was the quarterly target to the upside. So that puts us at upside exhaustion. And we had a red 2 up month. So we were looking for the 2 up, 2 down reversal month. And we took it on the weekly 2 up, 2 down to trigger the monthly 2 up, 2 down, all fractal, right? And that was our target, and we hit it. That was our target because that's a major weekly pivot. We did not technically hit the monthly target, but I wasn't even targeting that. I was targeting this weekly pivot. That's target 1. The monthly target would have been target 2, but we also ran out of month. So that had to be the final target. So green, winner. Then you can see what happened. We got an exhaustion reversal to the downside. They went 2 up the following day. Spot, we played both ways. It was kind of weird. I actually didn't play the downside, but so the original setup, and I even prefaced this early in the month. I said, this is potential mother bar problems for this month. I know it's a 3, 2 down, 2 up, but the size of this 3 made me nervous. So I said, we'll probably get stuck in there. So just let them know that. But the first time we took it long here. And then that was weekly target 1. So I alerted that you probably want to take profit here. And then we just kind of they just fell in after we hit that weekly target, which is short-term exhaustion. They dropped it in. Then this week, this is what you call it chop shop. And this is what happens when you get mother bar problems. Because all month we're just stuck inside this big leg here. So it was to be expected that it was choppy, actually. Then there was a slight downside reversal, which wasn't that much. And now you can see very clearly, we took out the highs, we took out the lows. So here is our daily broadening formation. So now we got to see what they want to do with it. So we have high, low, new low. Got to see. I don't know what's going to happen. We have to have some daily actionable signals to confirm if we're going to continue up. I don't know. So I will not call this one a winner, even though, well, I will call it a winner because I told people to lock in profit here. Even though we didn't hit monthly magnitude. So I don't know. Call it what you want. There was money to be made in here. And then the reversal down if you wanted to play that, but we'll just leave it as blank. Tesla, we played the same way that we played Microsoft and Netflix, a failed 2 up, because Tesla tried to go 2 down, 2 up. We got an obvious reversal right here. So then it was time to short, target 1, target 2. We ran out a month. Then we played Tesla long on Thursday on the inside. Actually, we played it short this day. We played it short this day on the 2 up, 2 down. We even used a 4-hour. Then it hit target. Then the following day, we did the same thing. Used a 4-hour to trigger the daily. I don't know. It's fun to play both ways. But, yep, then we ran out a month. So we already knew we weren't going outside month because we just didn't have enough time to do it. But hitting 2 targets, boom, lovely. Twilio, same exact setup as Microsoft, Netflix, and anything else that went outside month. We didn't get in long because this is weekly continuation. I don't like to get people in a monthly trigger unless we're entering on a weekly strat reversal. So this was not the case. So we didn't even attempt the long, and then we just went short. And like I said, same exact setup as Microsoft and Netflix, going outside month. And you can see we hit target 1, target 2, went outside month, then it was done. So pretty cool stuff. When you play what you're seeing. Now I gotta go make a swing list for October. And now we have new quarterlies. So when I start doing my charting, I will have the 3 time frames up. I will have the quarterly, the monthly, and the weekly. And going to try and see if we can domino into some of those on lower time frame actionable signals. So that is that. Let me see if I can pull up the Discord, the swing channel. I don't want to accidentally post like a video link or something. Just to like remember spot when I was saying that we took the 2 down, 2 up week. Sorry, I was trying to get like a picture. So I will like alert things like this, and now we have a swing roll, so I can actually push those notifications out. Some of the setups that were on the original monthly didn't trigger, but it doesn't mean we still don't play like the weekly setups. So like we took lows weekly, 2 up, 2 down reversal to boom, hit the target. Because I had mentioned this in the video. I've been doing weekly update videos, as well as, you know, letting people know like, hey, a trade is still good. So like here's BA on 9/19. Hey, we just took out a main pivot target, still going, outside quarter potential, let them know what their next target is, stuff like that. So that's kind of how we do things. So I don't know. Hope you guys had a good month, and let's get ready for this new quarter and crush it. Stat premium members, I'm going to do my charting tonight, and I will have a list for you later on. So, all right. Thank you for watching.